Hey, good morning. Pajama Grandma, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with some green juice to wake me up in the morning and our daily scare share, my daily scare share. My daughter challenged me this year to do one thing a day that scares me, to kind of stretch and get out of my comfort zone because, believe it or not, she thinks I'm in a rut. She thinks that I am living a boring old lady, pajama grandma, rut-like life. And guess what? She's 100% right. I have, over the last year and a half or two, gotten myself into just this hermit-like, boring routine. And it works for me because it's really, really comfortable. But I'm not doing the things I should be doing. I'm not out interacting with people like I should be and living the life that I know that I'm meant to live. I had just gotten into some habits of, doing my own thing and not having to go out and do the things that made me stretch and grow and be a little uncomfortable. Now, I haven't had a lot of trouble with that in the past, but in the last couple of years, she is indeed right. I had gotten into a rut. So she found this book, Do One Thing a Day That Scares You, on my bookshelf, and she saw that I'd only done about a week or two of it with one of my friends back in 2014, and she said, this looks like a cool book. Maybe you should do it. So I committed to her, and I committed to myself mostly, which is the most important, is the things we tell ourselves and commit to ourselves to do, that I would do this book this year, and I would do one thing every day that scares me. And so for me, the easiest way to do that is to just go through the book in order. I pick a page a day, I read it, and in order to hold myself accountable, I'm doing a Facebook Live every day about it. Thus, you get to see my smiling mug, and hopefully do it along with me. It's so easy to do, but that means it's also really easy not to do. So what on earth is today's daily scare share? Well, I will grab my handy-dandy magnifying glass because we know I need that most days. It's a sayings day, so I love these. And it's really an awesome one, actually. It says, of all forms of caution, caution in love is perhaps the most fatal to true happiness. And that was by Bertrand Russell. And it says, today I was incautious. Not sure incautious is a word, but if it's in a book, it must be a word, right? If it's on the internet, it must be true. If it's on the news, for sure it's a fact and true, right? And if it's on TV, if it's on TV and on the news, you absolutely positively must believe it, right? Of course, they wouldn't put anything on the news or on TV that isn't absolute factual reality and truth, right? Kind of like reality TV. Sorry. So, caution in love. Not sure I am the best person to talk about this because I am absolutely positively extremely cautious in love. I guess I probably wasn't always that way. Thus, my heart has been broken several times. Like most of us human beings, anyone over the age of probably 10 has had their heart broken. And by 21 or 30 for sure, you probably had your heart broken at least once, if not more than once. But I agree with this. Caution in love is probably the most fatal to our happiness. When we're cautious in love, when we're holding back who we really are, that's when we get into trouble. And I would say that that's true of me too. When I am being my true self and then I attract the other person or the people in my life and let them be themselves too. That works not only in, one-on-one romantic relationships, but with our love and our relationships with anybody. If I'm holding back and I'm cautious in giving love to my children, that's detrimental to both of us. If I'm cautious in giving love to myself, that's probably the most detrimental to my happiness. So that's really something awesome to think about today. Let's think about how are we showing up in our relationships with ourselves and our relationships with everyone else. And are we showing up as love, or are we showing up as judgment and caution and what we think we should do or how we should be? So are we being ourselves, or are we acting like we think other people expect us to act? Or are we acting out of our limiting beliefs in terms of how we think we should act? Excellent one today. Today I'm going to be incautious in love. And I don't know how that's going to play out today, but I will let you know tomorrow. Go out, make it an awesome day. Don't be scared. Do this with me, and I will see you tomorrow with day 90 of the Daily Scare Share. Bye.